How many of you are basking in the euphoria of the moment? Come on, give yourself a round of applause. All right. Yesterday was World Mental Health Day. How many of us remember? Okay, so just turn to the person close to you and ask him or her, what's the state of your mind? So what response did you get? Did you get a smile? I'm not, ask her, what's the state of your mind? So what response did you get? Positive, negative, neutral? All right, give yourselves a round of applause. All right, I'll be off for just 10 minutes, but I want you to listen and write something down. Now, I'm talking about preparing your minds for the future. How can you prepare your minds for the future? Now, I want you to turn to someone and tell him or her that the future is now. Come on, say it with more affirmation. The future is now. Now, hence the future is now. The question then would be, what are you doing now for the future that is now? What are the things you're doing now to prepare for the future? Yesterday ended last night. How many of us are aware? And today is the first day of the rest of your life. But the decisions you made yesterday partly will be affecting today. But if you shake it off, you can begin to see today as a new day and as the first day of the rest of your life. Now, the implication of that is wherever you've been before today is inconsequential, is irrelevant, is immaterial. It doesn't have anything to do with where you are now, because now is your present, and in your present you can anticipate and visualize and internalize your future from now. You cannot gain momentum into your future dragging your past with you. Alexander Graham said something. A person as a principle owes little to what he's born into. A person is what he or she can make out of his life. So the question is, it is a responsibility that you have to decide where you want to be tomorrow. But that decision will be affected by what you're doing today. Never you forget this. You will look like your parents when you were born. You might be looking like your relations when you were born. But how you'll be looking when you're done will be as a result of the decisions you are making today. Did someone catch that? The decisions you are making today will affect how you will finish up. Because life is a choice, and I want you to write it down. Life is a choice. The second point I want you to note down is that the choices you make, you can control. But the consequences of the choices, you can't control. The choices you are making today, you can control, but you cannot control the consequences of the choices. Very important. Life is a choice. So what choices are you making today? I've come to ask you questions this morning. Would the teenage you were yesterday be proud of the adult you have become, or you will become tomorrow? Ask yourself that question. The boy you were, the girl you were many years ago, or just yesterday, would that same person be proud of who you have become today? And if that answer is no, then that calls for a reflection. That calls for rethinking. Because you have to aspire to inspire, to desire, to acquire before you refire. But most importantly, you have to aspire to inspire before you aspire. Life is time-bound. You've got time here. And it's what? Lifetime. Because it's graded with what? Time. So what are you doing with your life today? What decisions are you making? Miles Monroe of blessed memory once said, nothing changes until your mind changes. So tell the person close to you, change your mind. So 3 things very quickly. Number 1 thing you need to do if you must prepare for tomorrow is your mindset. Work on your mindset. Heraclitus Thomas Jefferson, 3rd American president, once said something. He said, no one can stop you when your mindset is positive. And no one can help a person with a negative mindset. So once your mindset is positive, then nothing can stop you. The force inside of you, the energy inside of you is more than the force of a bulldozer. How many of you have seen a bulldozer? So, but the force inside of you is more than that force of a bulldozer. But you need to what? Activate it. You need to do what? You need to activate that force. You need to bring out that force. Everything inside of you lies potent. Everything inside of you lies not activated until you do what? Trigger it. Until you energize it. And I can see presidents here. Come on, give it up for yourself. I can see ambassadors here. I can see ministers here. I see great men and women tomorrow. But you have to make a decision to be what? Great. For you to get ahead, you must get started. Never you forget this. For you to get ahead, you must what? Get started. So the first thing I said was mindset. Work on your what? Mindset. Number 2, practice OQP. Only quality people. So many people have suffocated their visions because of wrong company, bad friends, negative energies, urgent 2K friends, friends to leave, friends in need. You don't need them. But what you need is friends indeed. The people that can encourage you. Let's go to the library. Not let's go through the fence. Or the security are there. Let's go through the other way. The quality of people you hang around with will determine the quality of life you can live. Now listen to this. When you hang around 9 broke people, you can become the 10th one. When you become too casual with life, you end up a casualty. When you're not intentional about life, you become an intention. And you become a problem. Because in life, you are either helping out to solve a problem or you are creating one. Life is a fight for territory. You are either in one or heading to one or just coming out of one. Give yourselves a round of applause. I want you to begin to realize that all that you need to become, you can become. Like Willie Jolie would say, all that you want to become, you can become. But it's up to you to take a responsibility. That responsibility is in the third thing I'm going to bring up here. And that is setting your goals. So mindset. Then the second one was what? Practice OQP, only quality people. And the third one is what? Set your goals. You need to set your goals. You cannot fail you cannot, move by mistake from failure to success. No. You can fall from success to failure, but you can't move from failure to success by mistake. It's intentional. You have to walk through that process. You have to do what? Walk through that process. And the key is intentionality. You have to be intentional about it. You have to set those goals. Write those goals. Writing is a psychoneural activity that enhances memorization and retention. The more you write your goals, the more you retain them in your memory. The more in your hippocampus and the limbic system. The more you begin to, have it internalized. The more you begin to see it through your subconscious mind. And when you activate that subconscious mind, then you begin to visualize the manifestation of what you see. What you can imagine will can emerge for you. If you can see it, you can seize it. It is the picture of the future you want to capture that you can capture, but you must first picture the future that you want to capture. How much time are you spending on you? How much value are you adding on you, on yourself? If you want to become a president, you must begin to think it now. You must begin to act like a president. You must begin to speak like a president. You must begin to prepare yourself by setting your goals. Have a vision board. How many of us have vision boards here? Where you can have you have a vision board. Put a vision board right in front of you in your room, in your small corner, and begin to talk to that vision. Begin to see it, you attract it, you visualize it. In between your visualization and manifestation lies the position and the challenges. The challenges will come. But like Les Brown would say, when life hits you hard, try to look up. If you can look up, you can come up. Because every setback in life is a setup for a comeback. You've got greatness inside of you. And I want you to bring the energy in this room by celebrating yourself this morning. That's all that you need to do. And like I said earlier, I see presidents here. But you must change your mindset. You must practice OQP, only quality people. And you must set your goals. So 4 C's as I wind down this morning. 4 C. First, you have to have clarity of vision. You must be clear where you're going to. No one gets to the destination that has no clarity. You must be clear about where you want to get to in life. Number 2 is courage. You must have that willpower that it's possible. And I want you to say it. It's possible. Come on, it's too low. It's possible. Say it. It's in me. It's possible. I have greatness in me. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now the third C is commitment. You must be committed to the work. By the yard is hard, but inch by inch, anything is a cinch. That was Robert Schuller. It's hard by the yard, but inch by inch, when you take it bit by bit, then everything is a possibility. Lao Tzu would say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with what? Just one step. Just take the first step. And that's all you need to do. And the fourth C is consistency. How many of you are there about this morning? How about yesterday? You still have one in the evening. Why? It's a consistent action. You wouldn't say because I had it yesterday, so today the one for yesterday will cover up. So that is it. So when you set your goals, you have to be committed to it. But commitment wouldn't give you all the result. You have to be consistent about your commitment. I'll give you 2 quotes as I drop the mic this morning. I want you to begin to think about your life. Think about your future. Think about where you want to get to in life. Think about the things that you want to achieve. Begin to write them down. Begin to see them. Begin to interpret them in your mind. Begin to recognize it, respond to them, release them, and retrain your mind to achieving them. And all that you need to do is all that you need to do. But if you can't fly, you have to run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. And if you can't crawl, then you have to sit down and start thinking. But you have to take what? Action. So the first quote I'm winding down with, when you fix your eyes on the sunshine, you can't see the shadows. When you fix your eyes on the sunshine, you cannot see what? The shadow. And the last quote I'm going to give you is, the longevity of the wood in the water does not increase its potency to become a crocodile. Oh yes, I like that. I like that. The longevity of the wood in the water does not increase its potency to becoming a crocodile. The meaning of that is, it is not how far, but how well. What are you doing now? Activity does not amount to productivity. That you are busy doing things doesn't mean you are getting things done. Do the right thing at the right time, at the right place, with the right people, and you'll get your right result. I'm stepping out now, but I want to leave you with this Latin phrase. Mens sana in corpore sano. Healthy mind in a healthy body. It's been a pleasing pleasure. Thank you.